JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 3 killed, 4 injured in bloody 48 hours in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police are probing the connection between 2 or 4 incidents following 2 days of bloodshed in the southern parish. 3 people were killed and 4 injured in separate incidents in Fivespen, northwest of Black River, and Carisbrook, close to Magotty in northern St. Elizabeth. A police source who asked not to be named said the police are following leads that the killing of 36-year-old Junior Lambert and 20-year-old Shadona Wilmot in 2 incidents in Fivespen might have been carried out by the same gunmen. We are of the opinion that they may be related, but we don't have any strong evidence yet to suggest that they are. The scenes are comparable in terms of the kind of spent casings that were found. Both scenes had M16 and 9mm spent casings, so we're of the opinion that it may be the same culprits involved in the 2 incidents, the police source said. In the other incidents at Carisbrook, 66-year-old Egbert Dixon was found dead with chop wounds, and 2 Jamaican Canadians were shot and injured during a robbery. The 3 murders between Monday night and Tuesday evening follow last Friday's killing of 29-year-old Dwayne Brooks, otherwise called Dr. Doe, in Gaysland near Nain in St. Elizabeth. Members of Parliament Floyd Green and J.C. Hutchinson, who both represent the ruling Jamaica Labour Party in St. Elizabeth Southwestern and Northwestern, respectively, condemned the crimes in the parish. Statistics on the Jamaica Constabulary Force showed that 22 people were murdered in St. Elizabeth between January 1 to December 18, 2021, in comparison to 27 murders in 2020, a decrease of 18.5%. Green said the community of Fivespen is shocked at the brazen acts. Their experiences that we're not used to on this side of the world, he said. In the first incident, about 1 p.m. on Tuesday, Lambert, 36, otherwise called Purple, was found slumped in his sofa with several gunshot wounds. His hands were bound. The police theorized that he was shot and killed on Monday night about 11:45 p.m. when residents reported hearing loud explosions in the community. In the second incident, the police said about 8:05 p.m., gunmen attacked a group of people who were at a shop in the community. 3 people, 2 women and a man, were shot during the attack. One of the women, Shadona Wilmot of the same community, was shot in the head and died on the spot. The other 2 people were admitted to hospital. Green said the location of the second killing is a regular community shop that anybody could have been at any time. It is a very traumatic experience for the entire community, he added. He said the back-to-back incidents do create cause for concern in the community, which is in the Brompton area. We want to urge the police to leave no stone unturned. We believe that the area of Brompton needs an increase in resources, especially during this season. Clearly, we have been having some flare-ups in the area over the past 3 years. I think the police high command has done a good job to get it under control, but I'm very concerned now that if proactive steps aren't taken, you'll see a further escalation of this activity, he said. He is urging residents to come forward with any information that can assist in the police's investigation. Based on the preliminary reports, it does appear that the criminals would have made their escape on foot, which does suggest a number of things in relation to their familiarity with the area, he said. Hutchinson said Carisbrook is a very quiet community. It is one that we really don't expect anything like that at all. We need to find whoever has committed these acts and bring them to justice in the shortest possible time, he said. The police said they were called to Carisbrook District, where Dixon's body was discovered in bushes about 3:15 p.m. on Tuesday. It is reported that his relatives became concerned when he did not return from work at his usual time. The police said during further checks, Dixon's body was found with multiple chop wounds. Police said they were called back to Carisbrook early Wednesday morning as a man and a woman, who were Jamaicans living in Canada, were shot and injured during a robbery about 3 a.m. The police confirmed that the 2 people had a cookout in the area on Tuesday and were robbed of an undetermined sum of cash. Hutchins was horrified by the acts of criminality in Carisbrook. It's grieving to know that we have such acts that are actually taking place in my constituency, because we're having a very quiet and peaceful time as far as murders were concerned, said Hutchinson. Investigators are encouraging anyone with information that can assist them to contact the Black River Police at 876-965-2026, Crime Stopper 311, the Police 119 number, or the nearest police station. Farmer charged with murder in Manchester. A Manchester farmer has been charged following the fatal stabbing of 40-year-old Garth White, a mason of Huntley district in the parish, on Thursday, December 16. Charged with murder is 27-year-old Emario Wilson, otherwise called Pinch, also of Huntley District. Reports are that about 7:40 a.m., both men were at a bar when a dispute developed between them. Wilson allegedly used a knife to stab White in his abdomen. White was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injury the following day. Wilson was arrested by the police and the knife seized. He was charged following the collation of several witness statements, including a caution statement that he gave. Previously deported Jamaican convicted of drug trafficking and identity fraud in the U.S. A Jamaican man was found guilty of narcotics trafficking, identity fraud and money laundering offenses by a federal jury in Hartford in Connecticut, United States on Wednesday. O'Neill Wilkes, 42, was found guilty of one count of conspiracy to distribute and to possess with intent to distribute 1 kilogram or more of heroin, as well as 5 kilograms or more of cocaine and 400 grams or more of fentanyl. Additionally, the jury convicted him of one count of making a false statement in a passport application, one count of aggravated identity theft, and one count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. He'll be sentenced on March 16, 2022. According to a release from the U.S. Attorney's Office of the District of Connecticut, the Jamaican faces a mandatory minimum term of imprisonment of 12 years and a maximum term of imprisonment of life. Prosecutors led evidence at trial that in November 2018, members of the FBI's Bridgeport Safe Street Task Force arrested several individuals, including a man identified as Louis McDowell, who were all distributing large quantities of heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine in and around the Bridgeport area of Connecticut. A subsequent probe later discovered that McDowell was being supplied with the illegal drugs by Wilkes, who was using a false identity and living in California. McDowell has since pleaded guilty and awaits sentencing. Interestingly, Wilkes had been removed from the United States to Jamaica in February of 2014, the U.S. Attorney's Office stated. However, he then illegally re-entered the United States and stole an individual's identity to apply for and receive a Florida's driver's license in 2015 and a U.S. passport in 2016. Investigators also determined that Wilkes had used his fraudulent passport to travel overseas, including to Japan and Thailand, the release added. Further reports are that law enforcement officers stopped Wilkes in Southern California in April of 2019. At the time, the U.S. Attorney's Office said the Jamaican was using his stolen identity and was found with 5 kilograms of suspected cocaine in the car he was driving. As the investigations intensified into Wilkes' drug trafficking activities, in July 2019, investigators seized a package containing 6 kilograms of cocaine that was being mailed from California to Connecticut. By August 5, 2019, Wilkes was arrested and the court authorized searches of 2 residents, which led to a vehicle connected to him that contained approximately 4 kilograms of fentanyl, items used to process and package narcotics, false identifications, and more than $160,000 in cash. The Jamaican was charged, and his trial commenced on December 13 of this year. With his conviction, Wilkes will forfeit a 2014 Dodge Ram truck, a 2019 Toyota RAV4, a 2017 Acura MDX, and diamonds originally valued at more than $50,000. Further, a watch he purchased for more than $12,000 and approximately $180,000 seized from a bank account will have to be forfeited. Elderly urged to apply for social pension. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is appealing for more senior citizens to apply for benefits under the government's social pension program. Launched in July of this year, the $800 million program provides a guaranteed income for vulnerable persons 75 years and older. Seniors targeted are those not currently in receipt of a pension, disability benefit or other retirement benefit, cash grant from the Program of Advancement through Health and Education Path or Poor Relief Program, and who do not reside in a government institutional care facility. In a recent release, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Colette Roberts-Risden, said the program was undersubscribed and that it has space for persons to come with the social pension program. We're encouraging our elderly persons out there who are not on path or not in receipt of a national insurance pension and are over the age of 75 to come in and apply for this new benefit. It is for you, she urged. We expect to continue the expansion of the social pension program. We launched a program over the summer and it is still fairly new. There is lots more space for persons to access the program, she added. Roberts-Risden was speaking with JS News during the launch of the COVID-19 Care Assistance Program on Tuesday. Jamaica reports 11 COVID fatalities, 53 new cases. Jamaica on Wednesday reported 11 COVID fatalities and 53 new cases of the virus. This brings the total number of deaths recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 2,461 and the virus tally to 92,279. 10 of the latest victims are from Trelawney, including 5 females, ages 56, 63, 66, 83 and 103, and 5 males, ages 51, 56, 78, 84 and 85. One of the deaths was previously reported under investigation. The 11th death is an 83-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew. The deaths were recorded between August 30 and December 20. Meanwhile, of the newly reported cases, there were 31 females and 22 males with ages ranging from 2 years to 83 years. The cases were recorded in St. James, 23, Kingston and St. Andrew, 19, Manchester, 3, St. Anne, 3, St. Catherine, 2, St. Elizabeth, 2, and Trelawney, 1. The country also recorded 148 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 64,582. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.